Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about first lord through houses. Means when your Lagna Lord, Ascendant Lord is sitting in various houses, 1 to 12 in any house, what kind of results we can expect. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself or you want to learn astrology and take a course, you can go on this website. The link is shown in description. You can check on the WhatsApp. The number is shown below for more detail on courses as well as consultations. So let's start about our Lagna Lord through houses. So first we'll discuss about Lagna Lord in first house, means Ascendant Lord sitting in the first house. So understand that I have repeatedly said in various videos in the past that Ascendant Lord is one of the most important planets which govern the inherent fundamental strength of the entire chart. So Sun, Moon and Ascendant Lord. So if Ascendant Lord is sitting in the first house, so in first house it is a good situation because it will be in own sign no matter what your Ascendant Lord is. But first Lord in first house means it is in own sign and it brings strength to the chart. So if Lagna Lord is well placed, it means the other planets will have potential to give good results in their, means I will not say good, but it will be depending on how they are placed, but good potential to give results up to their maximum strength. Otherwise what happens that if Ascendant Lord is getting weak, what we find here that even if the dasha of good planets are running, exalted or own sign planets, still the results are not shown in real life because the chart does not have power. The Ascendant Lord, Sun or Moon might not be well placed, due to which even if you are running good dashas, sometimes you don't get optimum results up to full potential. So if Lagna Lord is in the Lagna, the first thing is that it gives strength to the chart. Second point, Lagna and Lagna Lord are your personality, how you think and behave, what you believe in, how your identity is. That is your first house. It is your health, mental and physical health. So if first Lord is in first house, first of all it shows a good body, mental and physical well-being, and it is good for longevity. Here it gives a stable personality where the person is not very fragile on a level of ego or emotions, and it shows a general good healthy body disposition, not very prone to easy diseases or short life or poor longevity. Okay, then first Lord in first house means that it gives, if, and you also have to see the condition of Sun. So if Sun is strong and first Lord is in first house, you will see that person will be more self-confident. So it makes person independent, self-confident, ambitious, strong-willed, and in a style where the person is relentless and stubborn, that once they decide that this is what I am going to do and this matters to me, these are my goals, they pursue it. They don't leave things in between. So that kind of attitude can be seen. It can also give a high sense of self-respect and dignity. Self-esteem matters. Self-esteem is good also. You are not driven by people's opinions too much, not driven by people's judgments too much. So it can make person a self-secure individual who knows that this is who I am and I don't derive my sense of self-worth from other people in society. Second point, it can also show that self-respect, power, position, authority, success, accomplishments, respect, and status, this matters to person. Means means whatever it can be, the field can vary according to the chart, of course, but these things matter, that the person will crave that my legacy, my name, my status, my respect, that should be there. I should be where I am feeling that I have done something in my life, where I feel that I am not just a nobody. I have some accomplishments where I can say that yes, my life was worth something. That kind of thing it gives. Then it also shows that it is a general good position for attaining material success also. Like obviously desires are there, but it makes person action oriented towards those goals and ambitions and desires that you have. So Lagna Lord, if it is strong, it is a good position for having success also in terms of career or money or other areas. And generally it makes person who is more living in their own heads, like they think general things constantly going on their mind, and it can show self-obsession, Self-obsession can be on your personality, your looks, or it can also show on your own thoughts and ideologies. So that can also be element. Then public image matters, even if personality is self-secure, but it matters that I should be, like, for your own sake, that I should have a sense of I'll say I should be a person of respect in society, that kind of thing. Then it makes person courageous and a go-getter attitude, and a risk-taking ability can be seen, where if I have certain ambitions, no matter how unrealistic they might seem, I'll try to work for them. So that kind of mindset. Then if other business combinations are good, it can show good business acumen, very favorable for self-employment and entrepreneurship and leadership. Let's suppose the business is not there, but it can show leadership, good decision making, confident approach, and you are able to take pressure, function good in pressure, that kind of thing. Then it gives good levels of intelligence. You have to see Jupiter and Mercury, but yes, first lord in first house, person has, because first house is your brain, thinking. So it shows good levels of intelligence and learning capability and decision making ability, that kind of mindset. Then if the person has creative combinations, moon, Venus, Mercury are strong, third, fifth, seventh are strong, then it makes person creative and artistic also. Or if Venus, moon, Mercury planets are sitting in first house, then also it makes creative in nature. Then it is a good combination for bhagya. Bhagya means luck, fate, fortune, which prevents you from any kind of mishaps, misfortunes in life. It gives you good opportunities. There are many people who are skillful and talented, but they don't get opportunities. What is the difference? Bhagya, luck, fate, fortune. So first house, if it is strong, it will generally provide protection from suffering of the world, from unnecessary struggles and trauma and delays and challenges and not getting anything in life easily. So it will do that. And first lord in first house, like I said, that it and already is considered a good situation which brings strength in the chart. But you have to keep in mind that if sun is badly placed, like sun is not strong and first lord in first house, then opposite results can be seen. Now what happens that even if you are stable, career is fine, accomplishments are there, but problem will be that person can be like feeling a sense of inferiority, self-confidence or self-esteem levels are low, constant comparison with others is going on, you are not taking yourself seriously, self-worth levels are less. So that kind of attitude can also be seen. Less willpower, less material satisfaction, even if you are accomplished, but still you think that okay, I am not that good as compared to other people. So that kind of malefic element can be seen like in personality. If sun is not strong, if sun is strong and this Lagna Lord is in the Lagna, then all the positive characteristics will be seen. Now we will talk about second house. First lord in second house. So if ascendant lord is going in second house, you have to see the condition of second lord and Jupiter. So if second lord and Jupiter are well placed, so second house is the house of family, money, speech, creativity. So first of all, it can show the person can be born into good, well-to-do families, where you are getting support on financial terms, emotional terms, material sense from the family. It can show attachment with the family or attachment with the lineage, or from where you come, or the tradition or culture or religion from where you come. So ego derivation means my sense of identity is generated by second house. So second house, my sense of identity is coming from my family, my father, my parents, my grandparents, my religion, my caste, my culture, my creed, my nation, all these things. So it can show that deep identification and sense of pride in the things that you come from. And it can, like I mentioned, if it is well placed, Jupiter and second lord, it will give you a good financial situation also. Like from the family perspective also, the person is well off, like you don't have to struggle too much for basic survival in life. General things are available to you, good education, good food, good clothing, other desires that the person has, money is available, resources are available. You don't have to struggle for basic necessities in life. But at the same time, it can show that on your own also the person earns, because second house is money, dhana. So if Jupiter and second lord are strong, it gives good financial progress, good financial stability, wealth and savings and assets, and inheritance also, like inheritance from family, monetary inheritance of land and property or cash or kind, but inheritance of anything else also, like contacts, like which your parents have, you are benefiting from them even if they don't have too much money, but they have good contacts, they have some art which they are passing on to you, they have some knowledge which they are passing on to you. So that kind of inheritance from the family can be seen. Then second house can also show attachment with the family, like I mentioned, and good speech. So speech in a sense where person has good communication skills, persuasive, impressive style of speech, soft speech, where soft or straightforward, that depends on the planet, like Mars, Ketu, Sun. These planets are present, then straightforward, blunt approach can be seen. But if like Mercury, Rahu, Venus, Moon, Jupiter, these planets are present, then it will be more soft spoken, good communication and style of speech. Then it can also show a good expression of ideas, and it makes person generally opinionated, judgmental on a part of their ideologies and systems, but heavy influence of family upon your personality, the upbringing that you had, the sanskara that has been instilled, values that have been given to you from the family, they are good, but they have tremendous influence upon you. So here, to take your own opinion, to take your own identity and have an individual thought process, it takes time. Initially, majority of the time, the person will be highly driven by the perceptions, notions and judgments of their own family members. It can be good, but it can be not that great also sometimes. Then, depending on the combinations, it can make person artistic and creative. If Venus, Moon, Mercury are powerful, then it can bring ability of creativity, beauty, art, aesthetics, all these things, understanding of these things, natural skill sets. Then it can show that material mindset will be there. So material mindset, some people are spiritual in nature, some people are material in nature. So it does not mean that it is a bad thing, but material mindset means that money, wealth, luxuries, good food, clothing, fashion, home, means houses, cars, things of amusement, travel, leisure, all savings, they matter. Without them, the peace of mind is not there. Without them, a sense of security is not there. And there is a natural desire to enjoy life. That will be there. It will not bring a position where person is very detached or disconnected from the material world. It will bring a natural notion that, yeah, I want to enjoy the world and I want to have these things in my life. But if Jupiter and second lord are not well placed, let's suppose, then it can reverse the results also. So it can show a negative family environment where even if, let's suppose, you are getting monetary support, but still the environment is not that great. The environment is not peaceful or chaotic or toxic or negative, or you don't get emotional support, or neglection from the family is there, unavailability from family is there, resources are available but you don't get warmth and affection and love from the family. That kind of thing can be seen. So relation with the family can be affected if the second house is damaged, second lord or Jupiter are not well placed. Then it can also show obviously financial issues, saving problems, monetary problems, loans, debts, or continuous expenditure is there. Savings are a big difficulty in this case if second house is damaged. Then it can also show corrupt food intake, bad food intake, where like people who have habits of any kind of addictions or any smoking, drinking, any other substances, or unhealthy eating, like binge eating or unhealthy food which is destroying your body. So that kind of thing can be seen. And at the same time, the speech can become harsh and toxic, where your relations are majority of the time not going well because your speech is sarcastic, taunting, harsh, hurtful, abusive, any of these things. So if the second house is not good and second lord is not well placed, then these things can happen. But generally, if all the positive elements I have told to you. Now third house, if Lagna Lord is going in third house, so you have to see Mercury and Mars for this. But see, third house is 8th place from 8th house. So here Lagna Lord in third house means it is going to put you to test, means life situations will happen, circumstances will happen, which will be putting yourself to test. What? To test your patience, resolve, willpower, relentlessness, dedication towards your goal and ambitions. Third house is Purusharth, Parakram, means my ability to put efforts and be action oriented and achieve things. That is third house. So if Lagna Lord in third house, well placed, Mars is strong, third Lord is strong, it can give natural good levels of patience, strong willpower, dedication, discipline, relentless approach, and dedication, competitive spirit, fighting spirit. Person is tough, never backs down no matter what. And despite failures, despite any kind of struggles, person conquers them, has victory upon them. That is the attitude. That is third house. It is going to be like a warrior, a fighter, and a go-getter. That is third house. If Mars is strong, Sun is strong, you will always see Lagna Lord in third house is going to make person more bold, confident, assertive, stubborn, aggressive, controlling, confident, dominating, and very I'll say does not stop until and unless he achieves his goal. That kind of attitude. Then third house is speech and communication. So if Mars, Sun, Ketu, fiery planets are sitting in third or influencing it, then it can show a straightforward, blunt or assertive, bold style of speech and communication. If Mercury, Venus, Rahu or Saturn kind of planets are sitting, it will be more diplomatic, smooth talking, soft, persuasive style of speech. Then it shows leadership skills, good leadership skills. And depending on the chart, like if Mars is dominant, then person can be more inclined towards physical labor, good for sports, defense, police, law enforcement, all physical activities. If Mercury is dominant, then it will be inclined towards mental labor, more towards logic, reason, analysis, calculation, speech, communication, diplomacy, tact, strategy, business acumen. Very good for business. If the yogas are fine for business activities, Lagna Lord, 7th Lord are strong. Lagna is going in third, very supportive for self-employment and business and trade and commerce and cleverness and sharpness and how the real world functions, practical, rational approach that can be seen. Then it also is a good plan, good situation for having good company, friends, good relations with siblings, particularly younger siblings, and it is also it also gives you good levels of health and energy, stamina, vitality. You have to see Sun and Mars, but yes, it is a good placement for that. And also can make person social, means ability to connect socially is on a good scale. But if let's suppose Sun, Mercury, Mars are weak, then opposite results will be seen. So opposite means the person can have ambitions, but the levels of willpower, dedication, courage, discipline, they will not be there. It will be very less. Like the person is not able to feel very confident and not able to put efforts, and even if trying times will definitely be there, even if no matter the good situations are there. But if the third Lord, Sun, Mars, Mercury are not strong, then the ability to put to pressure will be less. The easy demotivation, easy losing of patience, impulsiveness, irrationality, anger, or grudges or aggression, any bad, harsh, hurtful speech, blaming others, that kind of negative behavior can also be seen. And the ability to sustain toughness won't be there. Means competitive spirit is less, or you are not able to put your serious dedication towards one particular thing, or not able to means leave things in between, not able to complete them sometimes. So that kind of attitude can also be seen if third Lord and Sun, Mars are weak. But what are the good results that I mentioned? Next, fourth house. If Lagna Lord is going in fourth house, it can, and you have to see Moon and Venus, It can make person more emotional, more attached to family and family members, mother, father, everybody, your entire family. And it gives, similarly like second house, it gives a support from family, birth in well-to-do family, where you are getting good nourishment, good childhood, good upbringing, good values, and good education, good learning, and emotional availability, affection, love, care, warmth from the family, and person is close to their family. And the ego derivation also happens from the family part. So fourth house not only is your family but your homeland, so it can show ego derivation, means identity. I take pride, I am more driven, I am more influenced on the level of my personality by my family, by my culture, my religion, my tradition, my country, all these things, and I take pride in that. So that kind of attitude can be seen. Then it can show a person who is more family oriented guy, and who is working. 10th house in front of 4th house is 10th, so who is working for fulfilling the duties towards his family and providing them a good, happy, stable, secure life. Then 4th house, what matters highest to this person will be a sense of peace, calm, and comfort and stability. It can not be it can make person a career oriented guy, but ultimately who seeks peace and stability, not unnecessary drama or unnecessary high ambition which is ruining my peace or sense of comfort. So that becomes very important. Then it is a good situation for being beautiful, responsible, committed. But it also enhances your attachment, moh, asakti. Moh and asakti means attachment towards the things and people in life. So people, to you understand, who are close to you, who matter to you, and things means your anything that you any possession. It can be land, it can be property, it can be your vehicle, it can be anything, any favorite pen, any favorite thing in your life. With anything that you associate with too much, you are attached to that. So that kind of attachment towards things, possessions, and people. Then it is a good situation placement for building properties and having lands and getting inheritance in life. Good for family business, if anybody has family business. Good for having vehicles and material prosperity in general, a good material prosperity in life. Then a general peace of mind and satisfaction as well. Good for family and home life. You have to see combinations for that, 7th house, 7th lord, Venus, and everything. But good sense of I'll say family life and home life, which is comparatively peaceful. If yogas for creativity are there, then it can show more driven towards art, beauty, music, or writing, or anything creative in general. Otherwise, it enhances level of good emotions. If 4th house is strong, it will be 4th house is your heart and mind. So it shows that my mind, my emotions on the level of my thinking, the person is clean, so clean hearted. So it shows good emotions, empathy, compassion, kindness, care, helpful attitude, these kind of things. You're not thinking bad or ill for most people. Then it can make person possessive, protective towards the things that matter to them. And it can be making somewhat dramatic sometimes to a certain extent. But if, let's suppose, the 4th house is getting damaged, okay, now malefics are in 4th house, or 4th lord is afflicted, or Venus and moon are not well placed, then what will happen, that it can make insecure personality, which is more emotionally fragile and unstable, which is possessive, jealous, easy affinity for trauma, and any kind of I'll say mental distress. Then dramatic, smothering, very high tendency for gossiping around, and quite materialistically driven, where you are like where you are more attached to material things, too much attached to material things, like if they go away, like you are not able to live properly, that kind of thing. Then it can show troubled or family life, or bad home environment, bad or harsh relationships with mother, or unaffectionate, unavailable family or mother, So home and peace or family life will be not that great. Then if good spiritual combinations are there, fourth house is moksha trikona, it will force the person to move towards a spiritual life more rather than only chasing the material world. Now fifth house, if Lagna Lord is in fifth house, so fifth house you have to see Sun and Jupiter. So first of all, Lagna Lord in fifth house with a strong fifth Lord, well placed, and Sun and Jupiter are fine. Then it enhances intelligence. It makes person more intelligent, quick learning ability, good memory, sharpness, cleverness. Makes person quite smart, curious, and quite a lot of inclination in learning various subjects. Ambitious, respect, name, power, position, fame, authority. They matter to person, and they get that also. Then it can also make person more creative, artistic, innovative, have a lot of new ideas, out of the box thinking. Then it is a good placement for writing, music, all artistic fields, entertainment, drama, acting, dance, or fashion. It generally gives a good sense of dressing. Where I am going, people, I should be well dressed and I should get attention, and that kind of, like, naturally also they get, but generally like a good presentation style. Then interest in learning various subjects, knowledge, ancient subjects, or any subject depending upon the chart. It can be any stream. Good levels of education. Fifth house is education. So Lagna Lord in fifth house means a good Lagna Lord will be like, you will be more driven towards learning. Naturally academic performance is good education, high academic achievements can be seen. Then it is a good placement for having good teachers and mentors in life. It can make person himself also a good teacher, educator, advisor, counselor, a consultant who is able to give proper direction to people. Then a good placement where obviously you are getting material accomplishments in life, but it can show ego of knowledge and ego of material success, like power, position, whatever. It can bring that ego and pride of it. Very favorable for mantra jap. Fifth house is mantras. So spiritual life, particularly bhakti and mantra jap. Then it is a good position for love, relationships, and romance. You have to see other combinations. Obviously Venus, seventh lord, Tithi lord, all these things. But it is a general good position where positive love, relationships, or romance can be seen. Then ego derivation through child. First of all, it is good for fertility and childbirth, like not that difficult childbirth, but attached to child and deriving ego from the child. Like parents are there who take pride in their child. That is a good thing, but it shows pride in your child. And sometimes it can show, I am living my dreams through my child. That can also be seen. But child and lineage, a good position for that. And purva janma punya karma means past life good actions which are bringing bhagya, saubhagya, good luck, fate, fortune, and progress in your current life. Then if Lagna Lord fifth Lord Sun and Jupiter are not well placed, then it will show kubuddhi. Kubuddhi means wrong use of your own intelligence and learning and education. So you can be learned, you can be intelligent, you can be clever and sharp, but you are using your knowledge for wrong purposes, in incorrect directions, for any harm or abuse or any taking undue advantage of other people. That can be seen if it is bad. It can show high narcissism, egomania, and very insecure personality, highly fragile. Then concentration problems if moon is bad. So concentration issues, confusion, dilemma, poor decision making, education is suffering. That kind of thing can be seen. Love affairs or relationships are not going great. So if affliction is happening in fifth. Okay. Now sixth house. So if Lagna Lord is going in sixth house, so sixth house, understand, you have to see the condition of Mars, Sun and Saturn, all three together. Positive results first. If Sun, Mars and Saturn are well placed, Lagna Lord in sixth house, it will make person more action oriented, competitive, tough, disciplined, relentless, organized, dedicated, and a fighter, a go-getter, and good levels of competitive spirit. No matter what, person has perseverance and patience, that I am going to get the thing, the goal that I have set my eyes on till I don't get it, I'm not going to stop. That kind of attitude that will be seen. And it is a very suitable placement for inclination towards sports, health, fitness, athletics, nutrition, though generally good health. Condition is 6th Lord, Sun, Mars, Saturn must be strong, otherwise it won't happen. Next, it shows person who is self-made, who is overcoming challenges. So 6th house, understand that 6th house will always test you. It will throw struggles in front of you, struggles of any kind. Competition, enemies, loans, debts, any obstacles, difficulties which are preventing you from pursuing your goal. That can be seen. But if Lagna Lord is well placed in 6th, it will always bring victory. Whatever obstacles, struggles, enemies, challenges, whatever you face, you will always win over them. Always. That is a good thing. Then another point here is that if Mercury is dominant, Mercury is strong, it can make person logical, rational, practical, scientific, detail oriented, keen observation, argumentative, and good knowledge of finance and commerce is there. Viparit Raj Yoga is manifesting. If in the chart it can be seen that ultimately you will see success, but in Viparit situations, means some situations which are against you, and only then you get good opportunities to get success in life. But if Mars, Saturn, Lagna Lord are not well placed, 6th Lord is bad, what will happen? Poor health. Health will never be good. Always health problems are there. It can impact your longevity also. Then now the good traits which I mentioned, willpower, dedication, discipline, competitive spirit, risk taking ability, they won't be there. It will be like more procrastination, lethargy, not able to complete things, irresponsible nature, careless attitude, high shadripu means jealousy, anger, greed, attachment, ego, and lust. They are shadripu, 6 enemies of man. Any of them will be very high. And continuous struggles, continuous challenges, obstacles come, and person is not able to handle them easily. If Lagna Lord is getting weak, what will happen? You will lose and 6th house areas will win. So now enemies, loans, debts, diseases, court issues, any other adverse life situation that presents itself in life will take a heavy toll upon the person. Person is not able to get out of it easily. It will be a harsh, struggling life. If Lagna Lord is getting weak in 6th, it will easily be a weak chart where continuous struggles will be seen. No matter what area. Family life, career, finances, health, education, anything. If it is well placed, I have mentioned all excellent positive results. Okay, so that is 6th house. Now we'll talk about 7th. Lagna Lord going in 7th house. We have to see Venus and Saturn for that, but it generally makes person more social and materialistic. The materialistic approach matters. So money, luxuries, power, position, pleasures, cars, fashion, houses, beauty, arts, party, or any of these social gatherings, they matter. Public image, status, reputation, that matters. For what? To feel self-secure, because 1st house is you yourself. 7th house is people, the masses in front of you, the society. So in order to feel self-secure, the social validation becomes very important. So it, even whether person accepts or rejects, does not matter. The social validation, public opinion, public image, public judgment, they matter a lot. The sense of self-worth is not that great. It will always be dependent on other people's opinions most of the time. And hence it creates a person who is driven by ambition. It can make person a people pleaser. You are not able to handle criticism. Always want to be in the good books. So the thing here is that even if Lagna Lord is strong in 7th, it will give you power, position, material accomplishments, all the things that you crave. It will give that. And it can show respect and good public image and whatever. But at the same time, the sense of self-worth, what I mentioned, that is still dependent on people. So here, when the opinion of the people changes, the stability of the personality is also going down, and that is not a good thing in 7th. Then it can show that if business yogas are present, it can show good business acumen. 7th house is business, trade, commerce. So we can see people who are self-employed, businessmen, entrepreneur from this placement. And it is a good situation for public service, social work, law and creative fields. 3rd, 5th, 7th, Venus, Moon, Mercury are strong. So creative pursuits, mass communication, media, entertainment, acting, dance, drama, theater, writing, any of the artistic fields, painting, whatever, any of the artistic creative aspects, marketing, advertising, any of these. Then marriage, relationship, companionship is very, very important. In order to feel stable, in order to feel that self-worth and that I have somebody, social acceptance, that matters. So 7th house is partner, 7th house is spouse, 7th house is relationships. So here that is important, and partner will be dominating upon you. Means even if you are a very dominating kind of guy, but still your person, your partner, husband or wife, whatever, whenever you are with them, they will overpower you, because the dependency on partner will be heavy. And it does not mean that marriage will be good or bad. For that, other combinations are seen. It can induce marital problems. It can show troubled married life. Many other yogas are there. I made plenty videos on how to see marriage. But Lagna Lord in 7th means marriage, relationship, companionship is very important to feel stable and connected. Then with 7th house well placed, it shows material prosperity, good name, reputation, power, position in life. All the desires that the person has, they are able to fulfill them. So that is a good situation. Then if the Lagna Lord is not that strong, and Sun and 7th Lord are weak, then it can show low self-esteem or no self-esteem, very poor levels of self-confidence, desperate need for social validation, no sense of self-worth, easily influenced, bad company, immaturity, and bad for marriage and relationship, fear of missing out, continuous business failures, not able to endure businesses in the long run. It can show shallow, fake, show off, hedonistic, greedy, selfish personality, more manipulative approach, and any kind of high lust. Lust will already be high here generally, but which is fulfilled in a immoral way. So we can see many casual affairs or cheating tendencies if the yogas are bad, not always but bad. So this is a negative front. Positive front I have mentioned. Lagna Lord in 7th, excellent. The only part here is that a recommendation that the person who has this, they also need to focus on themselves more, rather than only deriving sense of self-worth from the society always. Otherwise, all the positive elements I have discussed. The negative front is possible. You have to check other combinations. Then 8th house. If Lagna Lord is going in 8th house, so you have to see Saturn for that and Sun. So first thing, no matter what will happen, that major personality transformation will happen at one point in life. It will create a scenario, certain situations in life which will force you to evaluate your entire existence. Why I am here? Is there any meaning or purpose in my life, or I am just born and I am just passing my life and I will die one day? That kind of thing will come. So it shows major personality transformation and existential crisis through any sudden major life events. It can be accident, near-death experiences, health problems, family issues, marriage problems, loss of any near and dear ones, any abuse or trauma that a person has faced, career loss, career instability, reputation loss, money problems, loss of assets, or literally any traumatic event in life, anything which can trigger this. Okay. So this can be seen where at one point person feels this, any of these events which shows your powerlessness, which shows your insignificance, helplessness in front of entire nature, which breaks your ego, hammers down your ego so bad that you know you are not the doer. Don't live in your own bubble all the time. See that world is very vast and you literally don't matter in front of entire nature. That kind of thing will 100% will come in life. At one point it will be there. Lagna Lord in 8th house. And it shows meaninglessness in life. It shocks you to evaluate and inquire, shatters your ego, false ego, and motivates you for self-inquiry. Who are you ultimately? It gives positive transformation. If Jupiter, Sun, Saturn, Ketu, Moon are strong, it will show positive transformation. All the time it will show positive transformation where person is becoming more self-accepting, more practical, more wise, knowledgeable, more close to absolute self, what he truly is, that I am consciousness, I am not this body mind, that kind of thing. And no doubt it will show ups and downs in life. Lagna Lord in 8th house, your life will always be a roller coaster. Always. There will be points where you are rising very high. There will be points where you are going through very low phases and again rising back again. That kind of thing. It will be there. Then it makes person successful. Yogas are good. Lagna Lord is strong. 8th Lord is strong. Success will be there. It does not mean that person is a big failure and no constant struggles are going on in life. So success will be there, but roller coaster ups and down aspect can be seen. Then it can make person more introvert, secretive, gives keen observation and liking for hidden mysterious subjects, or it is good for spiritual life also if yogas are fine. Then excellent for yoga, sadhana, tantra, kundalini activation, jyotish, occult sciences, psychology, philosophy, intuition, psychic abilities, good for medicine, fitness, healing, holistic medicine, ayurveda, and research, development, analysis, planning, innovation. Then good for leaving legacy behind, inheritance behind, or getting inheritance also, making your own properties or lands, good for real estate, construction, agriculture. 8th house is good for oil, gas, mining, coal, people who are working in them, that can be seen. Then if 8th house is bad, means Saturn is not good, Sun is not good, and 8th Lord, Lagna Lord in 8th house is afflicted by malefics. Then now obviously those traumatic events will be there which are shattering your ego, but the transformation will be negative, not positive. It can make person more bitter, harsh, resentful, holding grudges, hatred, jealousy, vengeance, cruelty, sadism, mean behavior, abusive attitude, that kind of thing can be seen. Negative transformation. More toxic elements can be seen if afflictions are there. And it's not a good situation for health, physical health or mental health. Longevity will be affected a lot. So it can shorten the life if 8th house is damaged, Lagna Lord is damaged. And any kind of indulgence in immoral, unethical, illegal, criminal practices or things that can be seen. You have to see yogas for that. Don't jump to conclusions. But if 8th house is bad, obviously it will show all kind of negative elements, and stability will never be there. Even if person is able to get certain level of growth and success from things in life, ultimately they don't sustain if it is damaged. Okay, so that is 8th house. Then 9th house, if Lagna Lord is going in 9th house, now this is a good placement. If Jupiter and 9th Lord are strong, it will make person more moralistic. Dharma part will be there. So dharma means morals, ethics, values, principles, virtues, idealistic approach. Person who has a strong belief system and follow their ideology, opinionated, more religious, follow their culture, tradition and respect that. There are many people who reject their culture and tradition in the name of modernity. That is not going to be there. If Lagna Lord is strong in 9th house, Jupiter 9th Lord are strong, it will always make person more respectful towards one's own lineage, culture, religion, tradition, these things. Then it shows a strong guilty conscience, sense of right and wrong. The moral compass will be strong, a just and honest nature, sense of duty, responsibility, commitment, good levels of intelligence, very favorable for education, learning, memory, and academics. Then ninth house is Bhagya, luck, fate, fortune, protection, divine protection from mishaps and suffering and sorrows which in the world. That is ninth house. Like you are born in good families, you are protected from suffering of poverty. You are born in loving, affectionate families. You are getting good sanskaras. You are not just there to be like you have to fend off on your own. Even if you have, like you are given money, but nobody is there to look after you. So what is there? Ninth house is strong. So ninth house means bhagya, luck, fate, fortune, protection from suffering. Even if any problems come, struggles come, life situations which are against you, they come, always you will find a way, opportunity to move forward and be victorious. Ninth house, if it is powerful, Lagna Lord in ninth house, it shows that no matter what, you will not fall into deprivations in life. Money will always be there, success will be there, stability will be there, personality will be fine, direction will be there, people will be there to guide you. Belief in God will be there. And belief in God is very important if Lagna Lord is ninth house. Very important. It also shows father. Ninth house is father. So good relations with father. High influence of father upon your personality. Father instills good values in you. Supportive teachers, mentors, godfathers, gurus. Person who has compassion, kindness, humanity, empathy towards people. It can show long distance travels, pilgrimages, long distance settlement. Long distance travels and settlement to 100% will be there even if you are in the same country. But if other combinations are there, it can show foreign settlement also. For that, 12th house is important. Can bring good decision making, wisdom, guidance, counseling, advice, leadership skills, consulting, teaching, good for writing and education. If spiritual combinations are strong, Lagna Lord in ninth house, very favorable for all kind of spiritual practices. Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raj Yoga, Karma Yoga, or any religious practices, philosophy, anything, very favorable for that. It shows Purva Janma Punya Karma, past life positive actions, good actions. Very favorable for childbirth also. So ninth house in this sense is considered very favorable. But if Jupiter and ninth Lord are damaged, ninth house has malefic influence, then Lagna Lord in ninth house can show adharma. Adharma, then it means that it can induce hypocrisy, two-faced nature, person who is an escapist, who is not able to fulfill their duty, commitment, responsibility, but shies away and moves and escapes. And it can show manipulation, corruption, rejection of religion, culture, tradition in the name of modernity, pseudo-modern people. It can show rise with permanent downfall later. Bad for father, troubles with father or troubles to father, father passed away, or father was not there, absent father, or troubled relationships with father can be seen. Durbhagya means negative misfortune, that can be seen. Protection from suffering won't be there too much. So any of these negative features can be reflected if ninth Lord and Jupiter are not strong and ninth house is afflicted. Now Lagna Lord in 10th house. So Sun, Mercury, Saturn, if they are fine and Lagna Lord is in 10th, it's a very good situation where first of all it makes person quite ambitious, independent, courageous, gives good risk taking ability, willpower, dedication, action oriented nature, career oriented person. It makes you competitive, tough, relentless. No matter what, I am not going to stop till I achieve my goals. And it's a good position where means for material success also, but it induces rajas in you, rajasic tattva. So rajasic tattva, person who is more driven by power, position, name, respect, authority, leadership, all these things, they matter and they only give a sense of self-worth. Until and unless I am not self-made, no matter even if my father or grandfather or whatever they were brilliant people, very successful. I come from a very reputed family, but still, if I am not something on my own, I will never be contented. So Lagna Lord in 10th house means I need to have my own sense of self-worth and individuality through my own material accomplishments, not because of my family. So that kind of thing. Then it can show a person who is more dominating and good decision making, controlling, confident, assertive, bold, and ability to lead. And it can show good business acumen. If business combinations are there, then self-employment and business can be seen. Otherwise, if you are in a job, it can show good leadership, managerial, administrative profiles. Then very supportive for social connections, but mainly on opportunistic terms. It does not show close friends. It shows professional social circle with high position people from whom you benefit and they benefit from you, that kind of thing. It can show a elitist mindset, people who think that they are higher or superior than other people, that kind of thing can be seen. Then it generates ego, boost your ego through your material accomplishments. It is an excellent position for career and material progress. It gives a good career, good position, power, name, respect, money, wealth, all these things. But it generates ego and arrogance from that as well, pride from that as well. So that kind of thing can be seen, where it is bringing some elitist mindset in the person. Then social validation and social status are very important. Criticism, to take criticism is a difficult thing. But they get social status, good social status. You have to see 10th Lord must be strong, and Lagna Lord must be not very much afflicted. Now Lagna Lord in 11th house. So in 11th house, it can first of all show a person who is more driven by materialistic pursuits. So materialistic pursuits means like material desires, and it is not a bad thing. Not everybody is very detached and spiritual. So 11th house is the house of desires, Maya. So 11th house, Lagna Lord in 11th shows that money, luxury, wealth, and financial stability, and resources, assets, all the things which are related to leisure, pleasure, luxuries, they are important. Means I want to enjoy the world. Lagna Lord in 11th means for these things matter and I want to enjoy life. That is 11th. So it shows, it can make person more social also, where you have good social connections on a professional scale or a personal scale. It can make person more ambivert or extrovert. And if Saturn, Mercury, Rahu are strong, then generally it will show a clever, resourceful, street smart, logical, rational, scientific personality. Person can be socially adept, means you are able to navigate that how the things function in real world, how to make connections, how to run businesses, how to earn money. It's like not a bookish knowledge, but knowledge of experience and rationality, the practical worldview, realistic approach, that kind of thing. It can make person quite diplomatic, very persuasive in their style of speech and communication, and can make person opportunistic, and can give a good sense of business, trade, entrepreneurial mindset, good sense of finance and commerce, and very favorable for financial fields, people who are working in bank, audit, account, tax, insurance, investment, economics, any of these fields, very favorable for that. Then it can show never ending desires, means I have accomplishments and material success, but still I have more and more and more desires which are never ending. The satisfaction is not there. So a greed element can be seen, high ambitions can be seen. But let's suppose if Moon and Venus kind of planets are sitting, then it can make person more emotional, sensitive, romantic. High material desires will be there, but it will be like I am a more happy-go-lucky kind of person who likes to enjoy the world, enjoy the life, and be close to my people, and have a sense of safety, security, and I just want to live a carefree, happy-go-lucky kind of life. That kind of thing can be seen if Moon and Venus are prominent. Saturn, Mercury, Rahu will be more like business-oriented, logical, rational people, but with Moon and Venus more on this end. Then it can also bring, like I said, creativity. Also you have to see Moon and Venus element 3, 5, 7th house. But generally it is a good placement for material prosperity, career growth and success. And It does not give any kind of crisis in life on a monetary scale. If let's suppose the 11th house or Lord are bad, and then it can show greed, lies, selfishness, manipulation, corruption, cunningness, ungrateful behavior, a hedonistic approach, only living for sensory pleasures, nothing else, bad habits, addictions, bad company, white collar crimes, and bad for elder sibling. But only and only if you have to, when 11th Lord is not well placed, Saturn, Mercury, Rahu are afflicting the chart, then only. But you have to see the combinations, don't jump to conclusions. This is the negative end which is possible, that is why I told you. Now the last, Lagna Lord in 12th house. If Lagna Lord is going in 12th house, so 12th house is not considered that great, but we can see quite good results also. So first of all, if 12th house, if it is well placed, 12th Lord is fine, then it can make person more introvert, reserved, private, who likes isolation, likes solitude, liking for travel, more liking for natural beauty, more close to nature, mountains or rivers or oceans or these things. Likes walking, likes to likes music or writing, all these things. Okay, so in 12th house we can see that the person can be more driven by imagination also, because 12th house is imagination and dream world and living in your own la la land. Sometimes if like Moon or Venus are there, then they can bring that nature as well. You are more lost in your own mind, more lost in your own thoughts and dreams, that kind of thing. If spiritual yogas are present, then it can show, spiritual yogas means Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu, Sun and Moon, they are strong and they are influencing 1st, 5th, 9th, 4th, 8th, 12th house. Then it can show more inclination towards spirituality, and like 8th house, in 12th house if Lagna Lord is going, it will bring certain life events at a certain point of time where it will force you, it will shatter your ego, it will break your faulty perceptions and let you see that what is the reality of life, who am I, that kind of thing. It brings existential crisis, spiritual inquiry, very favorable for pursuing any path of spirituality, whether it is Gyan Marg, Dhyan Marg, Karma Yoga, Bhakti Marg, any of these things. Very favorable for hidden mysterious subjects, occult science, Jyotish, Tantra, Sadhana, Kundalini activation, detachment from the life, see the meaninglessness in life and moving towards higher reality, liberation, moksha, desire for getting rid of the cycle of birth and death. It can show intuitive abilities, psychic abilities also in certain cases. So 12th house is that great also, very favorable for spiritual quest and inquiry, progress. But it can also show high lust, important for bed pleasures and luxuries. If Venus, Moon, Mars and Rahu are present in 12th, particularly this can be seen, and it brings also these things. Bed pleasures will be there, luxuries will be there, lust will be high. It is supportive for relationships. They sustain or not, that is an entirely different thing, but it brings plenty opportunities for that. But if Jupiter, Saturn, Ketu are present in 12th house, then it can show drastic reduction in conjugal bliss or life, because these planets are the controllers or significators of detachment, distance, moksha, spirituality, disconnection, meaninglessness, inquiry, philosophical inquiry, existential angst. They represent that. So even if you are married or not, still they are going to bring that disconnection and detachment and force the person to move towards the spiritual quest, that kind of thing. Then if the 12th Lord is not well placed and Lagna Lord is getting damaged by malefics in 12th, then it can show health problems on a physical scale or mental scale. So on any aspect, it can bring any kind of continuous health issues, where body is in a state of disease all the time. Mental problems can be seen, anxiety, fear, panic, confusion, dilemma, psychotic problems, depression, paranoia, any of these things depending on the chart. Then continuous, very fragile personality on an emotional scale also, or on an ego scale also, very fragile, unstable nature. And instability in life can be seen, losses of any kind can be seen, loss of career, loss of money, loss of assets, loss of people, anything. And delay or suffering, or sleep problems, nightmares, night terrors, bad for marital life, addictions of any kind, nihilistic approach where you just don't see any meaning at all, and it brings no ambition, willpower is not there, very high procrastination, lethargy, no self confidence, low self esteem, and tendency to leave things in between, indiscipline, irresponsible nature, careless attitude. These things can be seen if Lagna Lord is in 12th, afflicted, badly placed. So obviously these are the results, positive and negative both I have mentioned. So that's all from my end regarding first Lord in all 12 houses. I hope that you like the video, and if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more information and post and reels. You can connect on my Facebook page, Instagram and website. Their links are shown in description. Otherwise we'll meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.